Hey, what is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Build With Me. Today we are going to be building a what was the build again? Oh, it was a restaurant, kindly requested by Eric Cartman. Thank you for the suggestion. I really did enjoy this build, and you might be able to tell by the actual time-lapse itself, but, well, I spent about 4 hours on this build alone because of how much fun I was having. I have to say, I haven't built like this in a while. I mean, including my resort house, like, I actually went all in on this one. I decided to build an interior as well as an exterior, and, well, like I said, I enjoyed it. Let's see, so we're starting off this intro a little different. I'm going straight into the time-lapse. That's because I wanted to test out my mic. I found out that my microphone doesn't record very well, or at least my recording software doesn't record my audio very well while I am, in a game, I suppose. So yeah, here we go. Let's get straight into the build itself. Right here I am just building some terrain around the walls that I'm placing. And right now all I'm doing is trying to figure out the shape of my build itself. By doing so, I can come up with, I don't know, more ideas to build off of. No pun intended. Right here I'm just adding a little bit of depth into my wall by adding in some walls. And yeah, you can see the little bit of depth that it adds in some of the shadows, and that can change the look of your build entirely. Now, I am just deciding to go ahead and, well, you know, what am I doing now? Oh, I'm putting in a floor. Look at that. Look at me go. Yeah, I'm just going through, fixing in some of the areas, trying to figure out what I want to put in each of these separate areas. And as you might be able to tell now, the type of restaurant I am aiming for is not exactly a restaurant in itself, but a whole resort restaurant. Well, I guess it is a restaurant in itself, isn't it? Well, but most of it is based off of the resort theme, once again. And, well, here we have it. It's a poolside restaurant. And I had several reference images on Google, which I'm going to show throughout this video, because basically, I took a lot of the ideas and had some fun with it. Okay, I gotta cut this right here, because right now, you're about to see something that I was so confused about during this build. I just gotta show this little clip of it, because I was just as confused as probably anyone else who's gonna watch this clip, so here you go. So, as you can see, I'm just building along, and I'm just placing some walls, and then I see this in the background. I'm like, huh, what is that? Yeah, this was the sound effect I heard. This zombie, doesn't exactly know what he wants to pick up. He kind of wants that chicken, but he's kind of wants the feather. I don't know. This whole thing was just a little bit of entertainment for me while I was building this. So yeah, I decided, what if I just pick it up? I kind of fixed him, but now he doesn't want to pick it up again. So I was kind of sad about that, but it's fine. This is about to happen anyways. I'm just going to go back to building real quick, and may he rest in peace. So now that we're done with that short little intermission, let's get back to building. Now we're just building in some extra walls to try figuring out what we want to build here, and now I'm figuring out some other smaller details throughout the build that I have planned. Now we're adding in some stairways, because for a build to look good in my opinion, you need to have some sort of functionality. If you can look at a build and see, oh, okay, that's how you get from this point to this point, that makes the build look better. Now I'm working on the pool itself, because it's a resort restaurant, and it's a poolside restaurant nonetheless. So why not? Here we go. We have the pool, and now I'm going to be using a bit of a design that I saw from the, what's it called? The Grand Yacht Seoul Luxury Restaurant? I'm sorry if I butchered that. I think it's a Korean restaurant, and I have no clue how to pronounce that kind of stuff. But yeah, my plan here was to basically add in a, what are they called? Like these, there's like poolside, what do you call it? Dining, I guess? Where you can eat in the pool. Sure, it may not be sanitary, but the idea is that the water comes from that pool and goes into the next pool. Sure, if there's some spillage, there might be a bit of a mess, but that's fine, it's fine. But yeah, here we go. We have some of the seating put in, and we have the tables. And of course, this will be the area that most of the food will be served from. Now, My ideas actually changed quite a bit throughout this build because I realized that this right here, which was originally meant to be the entirety of the restaurant, I realized, oh my gosh, this is so small compared to the rest of the build. And then I realized, okay, let's just add on to it, make it look better. After that, then I realized, okay, I'm going to spend another few hours on this, aren't I? So I did. Now I'm going for more of an Asian-style roof. I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but that was my interpretation of it, at least. I did have some references that I hope to find again, that I'll try showing on screen now. But, yeah. Chopping down some more trees, because this is where I realized, this is not big enough. So here we go. We're adding in some of the other things. There was a creeper, so I blew it up. Of course, I turned off mob griefing, because that would have been dangerous otherwise. I think this was just meant to be a stairway down to a port that I plan on building at some point when I do a future episode where I guess, work on infrastructure of this area. Make it look better. Yep. Here we go with some shade. I don't know what this actual term of this is, but yep. I'm adding some shading for people to lay down and rest in. After all, this is a resort restaurant. Lighting. We have more sun bath. Never mind. We have some umbrellas. Yeah. As you can tell, I don't go to pools very often, so I don't know much of the terminology, nor do I ever look it up. Sure, I should probably have learned it before I did this little voiceover, but I'm too lazy. Oh, look at this. We got some string. Rope. Yes. Oh, look at that. We added in some lanterns with some, what do they call, banners? Yeah. And then I was going to do this for the entirety of the build, but I kind of got lazy. I know I said I put my all into it, but I didn't really. I was going to actually put in some texturing into the flooring with some packed mud bricks, and some jungle planks, because they all have a very similar tone and color. And of course I had to add in more seating with more umbrellas and closed umbrellas. Well, umbrellas opened and closed. Oh, and here we go. This is my favorite part. We added in a lifeguard seat. Yeah, it's great. I need that because, fun fact about me, I can't swim. I've never learned, and I've tried before. Didn't work out. Just so you all know, I have almost drowned while in, what do you call them? The floaty tube things. Yeah. That's a story for another day. Yeah. Now here I am just starting to work on some of the area, like the natural area in this resort, and I realized, if this is a resort, they might tend to it a lot more, so I added in some safety walls and started planning in some other things. So, here we go with just some more planning. And I think I should be coming to the end of this real quick time lapse, and I should be entering another phase. Soon? I think now-ish, right? Now. Okay, for this little segment, my friend Tommy decided to join the world and check out the resort as I was building it. So, here's a little clip of that, and, yeah, have some fun with it. Also, sorry for the reverberations that happened in his voice. I was still recording and my mic was capturing all of it through my speakers. I don't have any headphones. I personally don't like them that much. But yeah, this was the best way I could do it. So don't mind that too much. Sorry about that.
Why the restaurant got a pool?
I was looking up like poolside restaurants and I saw a bunch of ideas and I kind of wanted to include them. Like this right here was like from a Korean restaurant, I think? I don't remember. I still have to build the actual restaurant back here.
What, you haven't even built the actual restaurant?
No, at first it was gonna just be this right here, but then that felt anticlimactic, and I'm like, that's kind of small, so I kind of put this part back here.
Your first customer. You have your first customer, right there.
Oh yeah.
He was sitting on the. They're dead, I think. I found a lead somehow. I don't know.
Ah, okay. That's a slight issue, but it's fine.
Fine.
Okay.
We don't allow pets in this establishment.
Yeah, we don't question these ocelots back here in the bird. Those are workers. their product now. Okay. It's okay. Never mind.
Well, were you expecting me to spare him?
Just a little, but it's fine.
No,
He wasn't paying
no mercy.
anyways. Yeah.
Yeah. If he's not paying, then get out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't. I don't know how I feel about having a moss umbrella right above me as I eat.
Yeah. I'm kind of using greenery as like this area's, what do you call it? Theme? I don't know. Because like I have like a, what do you call it? What are these things called? Sun shade? I don't know. Anyways, back to building. So here we are building the actual restaurant itself, and I decided to go ahead and build with a curved building shape, I guess. And that's the best thing I can come up with here. Yeah, that little intermission there was a little fun. I do want to include my friends in my videos more frequently. Hopefully I can do that. But first I have to find out how to actually record their voices. I'm still new to YouTube, so... Well, I say that, but I've had this YouTube channel for like 4 years now. I'm new to the actual editing process and recording process. I'm still learning. But anyways, back to the build. I'm just working here on a bit of another Asian-style roof, and yeah, this was just the result of it, and I had a little bit of fun with it. It's not exactly fitting any particular style, it's just kind of fitting what I felt like would work in this situation. Now, this area was a little bit rough. It did not turn out the exact way I wanted it to. At first, this was meant to be a singular building, which was meant to be kind of big, and I don't know, it just has a massive presence in this area. However, I kind of got a little bit lazy in the end, and I decided, you know what, let's just make it into 3 separate areas with 3 separate ideas. One area being like a bar, one area being a bit of a hibachi type area, and another area being, I don't know, just another little mini restaurant or something. I gotta add in another staircase, and that visitor, of course, is back. Yeah, here I am working on the bar, as we can see by the, I believe, counter, which I'm about to place, yep. And, the bar stools, yep. One idea you can do for your interiors is to, if you want to make your interiors look interesting, you can have chairs, which you can switch around. Some of them are pulled in, some of them are pulled out. Maybe you have some bad guests who don't push their chairs back in once they're done with them. Yep. And here I'm using the blue candles as water bottles. And I can also use this, do the same thing with pots as maybe empty mugs or whatever. Now here I am at the actual restaurant area, fixing that up, and now I'm going into the interior of the next area to fill in the hibachi type thing. This was a little bit interesting. There's not that much space in here. I accidentally hit a bird. Yeah. Here I couldn't actually work with pulling some chairs out because it was too small of an area. So yeah, that's what we get, and that's the finished build. So here we are in our outro as normal, and we get to look over the build as we go. Yeah, we have a lot of seating for a bunch of different people to go out here and just enjoy a nice meal, or to come out here to swim or whatnot. It's kind of just fitting with the resort theme, and it just kind of works, you know? Yeah, so here's the bar. We got some nice water bottles, some kegs, some nice bar stools. I forgot to put in a window. Kind of awkward, yep. Yep. Oh, I forgot to put in some railings so people could have fallen off the edge. And wait, did I forgot to build this whole part. Oh shoot, one more. Anyways, this area was always done the entire time. I've always had this pool bar. I forgot what it's called already. I've always had that pool bar done the entire time. But anyways, yeah, this is the finished build with everything here. Yep, look at this pool. Yeah, beautiful. Gotta love it. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. I really did enjoy this suggestion. Thank you again, Eric Cartman. I had a lot of fun with this. Let's see, what's my next line? If you like my content in general, hit the subscribe button. I do a lot of stuff like this, and it makes me feel good that people like my content, you know? I keep making more videos like it, and yeah, now I'm just punching things. And of course, if you want to know exactly when I post my videos, hit that little bell. You'll be notified of exactly when I post my content. And yes, of course, have a good one.